Awesome, awesome. Feels good.
Do you feel like you figured it was coming after last year and what happened with DJ?
I mean, for me, I was gonna just plan to wait my time, and whenever JG and Monty said that was gonna be the move, it was gonna be the move. But Hump is my dog, you know. Still, as long as he was gonna be LF, I was gonna love right. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What's the process been like moving over there?
What'd you say?
What's the process been like for you to make that move?
It's really just taking reps. You know, the fundamentals are the fundamentals. Technique is the technique, but I think it's like, you know how to write, like when you use your right hand, you know how your handwriting should look, but it's about taking the reps to make sure it matches, I guess, you know? So just taking the reps to get back to that, I think is all what it is. I mean, obviously, like, he's one of my biggest supporters, you know, so obviously, you know, he's excited about the opportunity for me, you know, so I'm excited about it.
How much did he help you last year?
Oh, a lot. He helped me a lot, even from like the first day, just trying to help me get used to right tackle. He got my feet used to right tackle, like my first day of practice. I'm like, dude, I still feel feet feel a little off. I don't feel as balanced in my stance. And he showed me the small technique thing to do with my feet, which I still do, even at left tackle, just because it's part of my routine now. It's part of my process of getting in my stance. So just stuff like that he taught me from day one. And obviously in practice, it was fun just to compete with him. You know, it's just to meet at the back of the pocket and to dab each other up after every rep, like that was compete. You know what I mean? So that's my guy.
And as much as you love him, I'm sure the left side, how bittersweet is it at a certain amount is because of what happened to him?
Yeah, that's the thing. That's not how. It's definitely not how it's not how I thought about the transition would go. You know, I thought it would be, you know, on Hump's own timing. Been a Cardinal his whole career. You know, he wanted to play here forever. You know what I mean? We always talk about his plans. So you know, you wish transitions like one of those fairy tale, like it's your time now. So, you know what I mean? But again, either way, you know, we talked about it. You know, that's how it goes. You know, but obviously, you know, he's been one of my biggest supporters. Again, I feel like everybody leads in their own way. You know, not everybody's the right guys, come around, let's go. Like, that's not everybody, right? Like, I feel like for me, that's me specifically on game day with the O-line after we do the one-on-one. Like, that's my, like, what Hump did, like that's my, like, big vocal time. But I feel like I've talked to Hump about this, you know, just recently. Talking about how what I want to do for the room is I want to bring that Hump energy that he brought, right? So last year, of course, I'm sure he's been doing it for years, but the year when I spent with him, he brought a lot of the energy, the excitement, and the happiness in the room was just his natural energy, to where I only had to focus on me. You know, I didn't have to make sure other guys would, you know, feel some type of way when they came in here, because Hump brought that. But now that Hump's not here, but I saw what he did for the room, I want to be that guy to make sure everyone's amped to go to practice. Everybody's hype. We're taking the field team on period. You know, it's a low day or something. You know, but like I want to make it feel like, oh, let's go. They're like, yeah, Paris is tripping right now. I want to bring that, because that's what me and Hump did to each other. We would hype each other up. Dudes were like, dude, it's about to be a walkthrough. We're lit. So I want to do that. I want to bring that energy. I want to bring more guys. You know, to do that. You know.
Yeah.
I wanted to do that from day one. You know, I wanted to do that from day one, from just talking to him, and obviously it's that time I spent in the off season before OTA started, just being in myself, just thinking about what the room needs, you know, because I know my new role as one of the leaders, you know, on the offense is that we need a guy like that that's going to make sure the O-line is picked up, ready to go every day. Everyone's held accountable. Little things aren't happening at practice and people aren't saying anything, and how I may lead may be different than somebody else may lead. You know, I like to, at practice at least, like to lead with positivity. You know what I mean? So, but the energy he had went beyond just the O-line, hyped up the D-line and stuff too. So that's kind of how I want to be. It's a goal of mine. Literally my whole life, I want to be an NFL team captain, like specifically NFL. I wasn't a captain in high school, wasn't a captain in college, but I made a joke when I was in high school. I was like, dude, I feel like I'm not going to be a captain until I get to the NFL. Yeah. But that would be awesome, you know, but, you know, if it happens, that'd be great. But if not, either way, I want to assume a role as a captain from the perspective of the guys on the team.
Individual work to kind of get back to that point.
Yeah, I mean, I can't say that, I mean, I guess the biggest thing is that I felt like it has felt like how we used to in the past, but it didn't take just the first day OTAs. It took training left and right once the season ended because I didn't know what it was going to be.
Sure.
So it took a lot of reps just to get back to feeling like myself for day one OTAs and then that whole first week. But now, like today specifically, just changing some small things with my feet. I did today talking to my O-line coach about some things I can do with my feet to get to that, to set on that traditional angle that I love to set on. I thought I felt great already, but I'm okay. I felt even better. So I'm even more excited for tomorrow. Now I'm getting my feet back to how I liked it on the right side, and I'm on the left side. So I'm excited. I mean, obviously, I feel like in the league, whether you're left or right, you're still going against premier guys. So obviously, you have high expectations for your left and your right tackle. But there's definitely like the level of energy and like the expectations definitely taking a huge step because now they're the blind side. That's the tackle role, you know. So yeah, I would say in terms of communication, as far as just even outside the facility and just stuff like that, like really creating that tackle quarterback bond even more off the field, I think has been something that's even been cool. I got a text one day, and he's like, hey, like you play left? And I was like, yeah. You know, yeah, I've been training both. You know, I asked after the season, they were like, honestly, you know, we'll talk to you some point in the season, and then I just got a text, and like, depending on what happens with the free agency, then, so I was like, you know what, I had a whole season at right tackle, so if I get the word I'm staying at right tackle, I'll just do what I did before and build on that. But so I was like, I might as well train the left tackle now, as if I'm gonna be left tackle, and I'd rather do that than train on right tackle and get the call, hey, you're the left tackle. I'm like, ooh, I didn't even switch my feet yet. You know what I mean? So I'm like, let me just prepare in advance. I was like, yeah, let's go, you know? I think occasionally on third down there would be a lot of twists. I would just know like it's automatically coming. And I think that was my mindset for like the first half of the season. Like I didn't have to go into a game and was surprised like, oh my gosh, they did that. I kind of figured like, okay, like this is the type of rush I'm gonna get. Like, this is how this guy usually rushes, but I get the vibe. This is how DNs like to rush, you know, tackles that are, you know, first year guys who got the premier patch on. I already knew what it was going to be. I already knew every stunt, and honestly, just knowing that's kind of an advantage, too. So you're not. Oh, they brought the twist on my side again. It was never Aaron Donald. Like, you know, they're coming out to my side 3 plays in a row in 2 minutes. I knew that it was going to happen. So like, you know what I mean? So I'm watching him more than everybody else, and he only goes out there on occasional third downs on the end. I already know what's going to be. He's going to pick me. You know what I mean? So, it's also kind of an advantage in a way, but it's also exciting. Like, okay, I'm gonna get the hardest look, you know. So those are real reps, you know, the bank. So really, I don't know. I really didn't kind of process that. I was like, hey, when they tell me, to let me know, but I'm just gonna train it. I was training all left to OTAs. I guess if I didn't hear anything about OTAs, I would have came in like, what's up? You know what I mean? Because just like I'm cool with training both I would have been cool with training both continually, but I feel like any position would be like, okay, like you want to, as soon as possible, get your feet kind of settled in, your hips settled in, your hands settled in, a certain kind of way.
Would it have been hard if they had you work both during OTAs?
No, but they're definitely, but in terms of the development, it's definitely a lot faster if you're staying on one side. But I think having the weeks that we had to transition once the season was over, like was fine. You know, good. I'm trying to meet up with him in about a week. I think he's out of town right now, but when he comes back, I'm gonna show him the new house. I just got a house that's not too far from him. So I told him I got that house so I could yell outside like DJ. You know what I mean? So yeah.